What's up, guys? It is I, once again, Yusuf Al-Sanad. And yeah, guys and girls, this right here, this video is going to be a follow-up to my previous video of the Movie Monday series, a recent episode of the Movie Monday series, which was created by Emily Boone, my dear beloved friend and fellow YouTuber, who I do recommend you guys and gals check out, the link of which, once again, will be down below in the description box. But this video is indeed a follow-up to that video, a special edition of that episode number 59 of the Movie Monday series, which is a Halloween edition of the Movie Monday series, and that was my top 10 favorite movies, horror movies of all time. And this video, as you guys and gals have read the title, is 5 more of my favorite horror movies of all time, and those movies, yours truly will name individually 5 more horror movies which yours truly loves so much and enjoys watching so much. So without further ado, let's get to 5 more of my favorite horror movies of all time, shall we? At number 5 we have Jack Shoulder's A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddys Revenge. You guys and gals can see me doing quotes because what the fuck does Freddy want revenge for? In this movie, the sequel to Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street, the first and classic Wes Craven film, that movie, the original film in the series that started it all, the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, before Freddy Krueger became a comedian. In this movie, Freddy Krueger does have some doses of humor, but by far, this Freddy Krueger is the most vicious, darkest, grimmest, and of course, most cruelest of them all. Robert Englund's portrayal of Freddy Krueger, that is, in all the movies within the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. And this movie, Jack Shoulder's A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddys Revenge, holds a special place in my heart because this movie is so much fun to watch and so fucking hilarious in many ways. And this movie has indeed been labeled one of the gay horror movies of the 80s and 90s and whatever years in horror movies. But this movie definitely has gay undertones and sexual innuendos scattered throughout. It does, guys and gals, but that's what makes it so fucking good. Not just because yours truly is bisexual, but this movie is my personal favorite because we have a male lead, a male scream queen in Mark Patton as Jesse Walsh, and my god, no scream queen can touch Mark Patton back then, now, or ever, because Mark Patton is such a fucking bitch. He screams like a fucking bitch. It's so fucking good and so fucking hilarious, guys and gals. When you watch him on screen, he's so much fun to watch, and he does have some good moments, a lot of good moments actually, with his quote-unquote girlfriend in the movie, Lisa Weber, and his quote-unquote boyfriend who he initially hated, Grady, Josh Grady, Ron Grady. Fucking Ron Grady is his real name. Not Josh Grady, but Ron Grady and Jesse definitely don't like each other at the beginning, but eventually we get to see Ron Grady, despite the fact that he's straight, he does care about Jesse so much. And Lisa Weber's best friend in the movie, Carrie, whose real name, believe it or not, is actually Sydney Walsh, and she has one of the best lines, as brief as it is, but it's so good, and that is nice ass, in regards to Jesse's ass, because he exposed his ass when fighting with his boyfriend, quote-unquote boyfriend, Ron Grady, and that moment was so good. And yeah, guys and gals, Carrie is so right. Jesse does indeed have a nice ass, a very good ass, and so beautiful too. Mwah. But yeah, guys and gals, I digress. And Freddy Krueger, my god, this motherfucker is so deranged and so fucked up. One of his best lines, besides the whole, "You are all my children now," which is so fucking awesome, guys and gals. Freddy Krueger for Father of the Year, Father of the Decade, and Father of the Century. My vote all the way. But one of the best lines in this movie is, of course, "Daddy can't help you now. Shh, I need you, Jesse. We got special work here to do, you and me. You got the body, I got the brain. Shh." Oh my god, guys and gals. When he was laughing like that as Jesse Walsh was screaming, it was fucking gold. It was, guys and gals, and so awesome. All of those reasons and many more is why A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, ranks at number 5. At number 4 we have Robin Hardy's The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man is one of the absolute greatest and best and my personal favorite horror films and films in general of all time for many reasons, but the main reason is because this movie and the impact it had on the genre, the horror genre, is so huge and something which yours truly found to be so fascinating, like the film itself. And Christopher Lee, Sir Christopher Lee, was so right in that this film was indeed and is still indeed extraordinary. It is, guys and gals, and God rest his soul, both Christopher Lee, Sir Christopher Lee, and Sir Edward Woodward, the two of who have played their respective characters, Lord Summerisle and Sergeant Neil Howie, both of who were such great characters played by exceptional actors and great actors in general. Their legacy will forever remain in this movie, Robin Hardy's The Extraordinary Wicker Man. Damn right, guys and gals, damn right. But that's why Robin Hardy's The Wicker Man ranks at number 4. At number 3 we have Adrian Lyne's Jacob's Ladder. This movie, there is so much good things about it, but mainly because yours truly loves the Silent Hill horror franchise, video game horror franchise, survival horror franchise, was in many ways inspired by this movie, Adrian Lyne's Jacob's Ladder. And this movie is also just a great movie in general and has one of Tim Robbins' most underrated performances of his career. He was so great, as was his girlfriend in the movie, Elizabeth Pena, and she was so great. And this movie is so creepy, scary as hell, and of course this movie is beyond unsettling. It was, guys and gals, and still is, and that's why Adrian Lyne's Jacob's Ladder ranks at number 3. At number 2 we have Andrzej Dwowski's Possession. This movie, my fucking god, this movie is like watching a divorce, a breakup, a marriage breakup film and tale told, which is indeed inspired by a real life story, a tragic story between Mr. Dwowski and his ex-wife, who I do not know her name, but my god, guys and gals, he must have hated her so much to make and write this movie, Possession. His hatred for her was so strong, as you could see in Sam Neill's character's hatred and disdain for his wife Anna, played by the always great, awesome, and fantastic Mademoiselle Isabella Gianni, who yours truly loves so much. One of my greatest crushes of all time, movie crushes, but seeing her, Anna, his beloved wife, have an affair with a German man named Heinrich, who I do love so much because of how charming he was, but he was also, like Anna, an adulterer, though I do understand why Anna had slept with him, Heinrich, because she was lonely and depressed without him, her beloved husband, Mark. But my god, guys and gals, this movie is so much like watching a breakup story on screen, and that, while fun, is also so sad and so horrifying, especially when you see the way Andrzej Dwowski had filmed and written this movie, and the result is Andrzej Dwowski's Possession, one of the greatest and one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. That's why Andrzej Dwowski's Possession ranks at number 2. And finally, Okay, guys and gals, at number 1 we have Dario Argento's Phenomena. This movie, just like Jacob's Ladder, had influenced and inspired which the director of the game I'm going to mention, survival horror game, had indeed taken ideas from Dario Argento's Phenomena, and that game, survival horror game by Kono Hifumi, is Clock Tower, one of the best and one of my personal favorite video games, survival horror video games of all time. Clock Tower Phenomena is such a damn great movie, especially as a horror movie which has a star-making performance by Jennifer Connelly as Jennifer Corvino, who's so fucking good, and this movie was so creepy, so dark, and so beautiful and dark together is so good, and yours truly loves dark tales told in movies, especially in horror movies, and who better than Dario to tell them said stories, a horror tale of Phenomena. And this movie, Dario Argento's Phenomena, is so great on so many levels, and that's why this movie deserves to be ranked at number 1. Thank you guys and gals for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and do check out my gaming channel where I do Let's Play series, gaming content, and so much more. And do check out the previous episode of the Movie Monday series, my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.